I started background for two reasons. One, I wanted to learn how this industry works, and two, it's really good money and experience. People are not going to be nice to you. No need to panic. Accidents do happen on set. Of course, nobody else on set gets in trouble except for me.
1, 2, 3, let's switch this up.
Oh my God. Hi, my little honeys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Anastasia, also known as your fave social media girl. As per usual, if you have not done so, don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would really help my channel out. And of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell button so you know every single time that I post, which is on First of all, I want to say welcome to all of my new subscribers, to all my new honeys. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so excited that you're here. For those of you who are new, I am a Toronto based here in, what did I just say? Oh my God. For those of you who are new, my name is What? For those of you who are new to my channel, I am an actor based here in Toronto. I do both principal acting and background acting. Before we get started on this video, I actually want to do a Q&A video. It could be about anything. You can ask me questions about acting, about the career, about the job, about my personal life, whatever. Just comment down below in this video. You can also follow me on Instagram at Anastasia_pure, and you can DM me your questions there. I just wanted to do a Q&A video. I haven't done one in a while, and I wanted to do one because I've gained a lot of new subscribers, and I just want to get everyone to know me and all that kind of stuff. So please comment your questions. I'm gonna be so excited to do this Q&A. I'm back in the self-tape studio in my parents' house because we are still here. Probably won't leave for a while because, you know, free food, free laundry. Shout out to my parents. I did 2 weeks ago my video about 10 things that I wish I knew before I got into acting. When I was thinking about what my next video should be, my boyfriend was the one like, you need to do something about like 10 things you wish you knew about background acting, or 10 things you like learned about background acting or whatever, because crazy stuff happens when you're on background. I've seen some crazy stuff and I thought, you know what? Why not I share some of my insights? So these are 10 things that I learned about background acting. When it comes to background, you can actually be considered a background actor, you can be a stand-in, and you can also be a photo double. So background actor is like your typical, like you are the extra people that are in the restaurant if they're filming a restaurant scene, or I don't know, like the people just walking on the street, whatever. You're actually filming and you're actively like there. Stand-in is, so when they do the scene, they need to reset for like, let's say a new shot of the scene, a new angle of the scene. They're not gonna keep the actors that just played. They're gonna take the actors back to the trailer so they can chill, have water, whatever, like go over the lines, do their thing, blah, blah, blah. While that happens, the stand-ins come in. You're literally gonna stand on where the marking tape is, and you're actually gonna learn the blocking of the actors, so then the camera guys can reset the camera and align them to make sure that when the actors step in, they don't have to waste their time of the actors of trying to reset everything up. The actors will then just literally come back. You show them, oh, okay, so now you're gonna pull out your gun and you're gonna walk 3 steps forward and blah, blah, blah. And then you essentially come off set. Stand-ins are also booked through background agencies or through background like website gigs, and they'll book you based on the actor. So they're gonna want an actor that has similar like body shape, body type, similar hair, similar like facial features, similar skin color, all that kind of stuff to the actual main actor that's in the scene. So the good thing about this one actually is if you are looking to do also principal acting, you can actually audition for that show even though you did background acting. You technically still can audition for the same show if you were actually a legit background actor. It just depends on how much you were featured and how much you were actually used and seen. There was times where I was like literally a person walking in the very far back. You have no idea it's me. Probably would audition for that show as well because you don't know who I am. So with stand-ins, because you're never actually filming, you're just in the betweens of each scene, you can audition for that show as much as you can. The good thing is about stand-in is that most of the time, if let's say you got booked as a stand-in actor for a lead actor in the show, that's like a full-time gig for you right there. So if they're filming for 3 months straight, you will be that stand-in actor for like probably 4 to 5 times a week for that actor. So it's good money and it's guaranteed pay coming in and it's great experience. So stand-ins is actually really competitive. A lot of people want to do it because of that reason, because you get to be still in the background world. and you get to audition. So that one's really tough to get into, but it is possible. The last one is the photo double. So a photo double is, for example, Meryl Streep is very expensive, obviously, to pay when it comes to filming. So what they'll do is if there's another actor who's like maybe not as famous, not as high on the paying grade, for example, as Meryl Streep, she's actually not going to be in every single scene when they're filming the movie or the show with her. They're only going to pay her for the time when she really needs to be there, which is like when it's her scene and the camera's only facing her. So when the scene is like coming from her point of view, so the camera's behind her and all you see is the back of her head and her back, that's most of the time not her, because they're not going to pay her for just that. They'll put in a photo double. So you're going to find someone who looks identical like her from the back, and that actor is going to be standing in for that moment. So again, you could actually audition for shows when it comes to that, because you never actually see the person's face. You only just see the back of them to make it illusion of that it is Meryl Streep. So you can 100% audition for the movie or the film, because they're never going to know that it's you. It is actually possible to get a trailer if you were a background actor. Few ways you can do that. One of them is if you get upgraded. So that would happen if you have to do something like kind of crazy, like actually firing a gun, or if you have to say a line, like they give you a line or something like that. So those are upgrades. And upgrades can also happen with nudity as well. So that is something they'd ask you before, and if you're okay with doing it and if you're interested in doing it, then you get an upgrade for nudity. You can also get a trailer depending on how many people there are on background. This has never happened to me. This is from a friend that I heard that did background. They came on set and there's only, I think, 3 or 2 people that were called to do the background. They were like, we have an extra trailer. So they all gave them each trailers because there's only like 2 of them on set as background actors. That is the rarest form of it happening. But I didn't think any of that could ever happen if you're background. I just thought if you're background, you're always in like the background holding, which it's either like a separate room from everyone, or it's either a tent, depending on where you are. But yes, it is very possible to get upgrades and also a trailer. Another fun fact, if they ask you to use your own car, don't. Cars are not insured when it comes on set. So if something happens to your car, they actually don't pay for it. And if it's damaged or whatever, they don't do anything about it. Your car also only gets $40. Like the car itself only gets $40. So it's not like you come into set and you get an extra $200 because you got your car. So that being said, I'm not saying that if you bring your own car, you're gonna be doing like crazy stuff with this car. No, usually it's like not anything insane. Like you literally probably just drive 5 meters forward and then reverse back to the same spot and do it again. But obviously accidents do happen on sets. Like we're talking 300 people are on these sets. Like there's a bunch of stuff moving, flying everywhere. So I don't know, in my opinion, I don't think it's very worth it. Some people want to do it, which I'm like, go ahead, but I just don't really trust that. People are not going to be nice to you. I really had to learn that the hard way. I don't know what it is about background actors that people treat us sometimes like with disrespect. A lot of the times it's not even just disrespect. People treat us as if we're like stupid, which I really have a hard time with, because I'm not an idiot. I'm a human being. I have feelings. You don't have to treat me with disrespect. I know what I'm doing. The other issue is it's most of the time it's not the issues with the background actors. It's the issues with everybody that's on set. There's 300 people and it's so funny. It's like everybody wants to be a boss on set, which I get it. You want your 5 minutes of fame, go ahead, do it. But what happens is that, like, literally this happened on a booking that I had. Our like AD, that was the third AD that was with the background actors, come in and give us direction of what we're gonna do. Great, we're doing it. Then a production assistant came in and was like, no, what are you doing there? You can't be there. You're blocking the lead actors. You have to be over there. And I'm like, but I was told to be over here. He's like, no, you're gonna be doing this instead. Okay, fine. Start doing that. Then all of a sudden we do like a rehearsal of the scene. We do it. And the fight director was like, oh my gosh, you can't be there. You're going to get hurt and you're going to hurt everybody else. And I'm like, I was moved here. And they're like, no, now you're going to go over there. Then when I went over there, all of a sudden the director comes up to me and be like, I'm sorry, why do you keep moving? Like, I don't understand what's going on here. And I could tell the director was obviously upset. Of course, nobody else on set gets in trouble except for me. Like, I don't understand that. I did what you asked me to do and still somehow I am in trouble. Don't expect to have everyone smile and, be like dandelions and rainbows to you. Probably won't happen. Catering in the food services. So obviously higher the budget, the better the catering service is gonna be and the better the food quality is gonna be and the more of it there is. It can come like as a buffet style. So they literally have like 10 different dishes that you can choose from. And they're pretty friendly when it comes to like vegetarian, vegan. Again, this is like when we're talking like a nice, big, beautiful budget. They'll have like vegan options and vegetarian options and like 3 different kinds of meat. And there's always so much of it. So you can go back for seconds. And sometimes I will like tell them that I need seconds for later, but I actually bring it back to my boyfriend. Sometimes they can also be pre-packaged and it's a bit of a lower budget. It's so funny, but when it's pre-packaged food, people always go for the vegan or vegetarian options, even when they're not vegan or vegetarian. And I'm vegetarian, so it kind of makes me a little like, it runs out. And that happened to me a few weeks ago. I was actually on set, on background, with my sister. We were sitting there and she's vegan and she's like, Anna, we have to go up right away to get the food. And I told her, no, there's such a huge line. I don't want to wait in the line. Like, we'll let the line pass and we'll go. The line passed, and when we got there was no vegan or vegetarian options. Don't try to wait for the line to pass. Be in that line. Go get your vegetarian and vegan food because it will run out. And same with the meat stuff. Like sometimes they'll have like really good tasty meat stuff and that will run out real quick. So try to get in line first as fast as you can. The last thing that I kind of found interesting about catering and food services on background is actually the background people have to eat last, which part of me is like, okay, I understand. Yes, because we're in the like bottom of the pyramid food chain, but at the same time though, like you gotta eat. Like I have my own like personal opinion about it. It kind of makes me feel a bit like I'm not important, which yes, I mean, technically I'm not as important, but I think everybody on set is equally as important because you can't film a movie without a director as much as you can't film a movie without the production assistant, and you can't film a movie without the lead actor, and you can't film a movie without the background actor. So I feel like everybody in their own little position is important enough, but you actually have to wait for all the actors and all of the crew members to go first. Then once all of them get their food and they're out of line, then all the background people can line up. When you get a call sheet and you don't have a fitting for the movie or the show that you're doing, and they will usually give you like a huge list about all the things you have to bring. We're talking from like hats to scarves to shoes to undergarments to sweaters, whatever. You want to bring 3 full outfits. Like don't bring like 10 pairs of pants, but then like no shirts. Try to bring a full outfit from head to toe, including shoes, everything, 3 of them. The thing is, don't get all worried if you don't have full outfits. Don't get all worried if you actually don't, because sometimes they'll be like, we need 50s style inspired clothing. Okay, well, realistically, that is like such a rare thing to have. Not everybody has like 50s inspired clothing. So sometimes you literally can't bring anything because you don't have any of that. No need to panic. They will always have wardrobe there. Always. Like we're talking racks on racks on racks of wardrobe. I've actually never worn a full outfit of my own because sometimes it's like really hard to find exactly what they're looking for. And sometimes a booking does come in like very all of a sudden. Like I'll sometimes get an email today being like, hi, are you available to film tomorrow at 9 a.m.? And I'm like, well, I'm at my parents' house. I don't have any of my clothes here. So I want to work tomorrow, but I can't have access to all my clothes. So no need to be freaking out. They're very serious about nails, tattoos, like nail extensions, hair extensions, eyelash extensions, all that kind of stuff. They really prefer for you not to have that. When it comes to tattoos, most of the time they'll ask you to cover it up. Depending on what it is, like if I really need to cover everything, I might actually not even take it because it will take me a long ass time to cover everything up. And sometimes it's just not worth it. But there were a few times where actually they didn't care. They said that we preferred like natural looking people, so we're cool with tattoos. If you didn't cover something up and then you came on set and they're like, we actually needed that cover up, they'll cover it up for you. But always try to cover up like the most visible tattoos that are out there. When it comes to nails, like I obviously have my nails done. These are my real nails. The coat of it's not nail polish, it's gel. So for me, it's not that easy to get it off. So right now I actually wouldn't be taking bookings unless they said they don't care if you have nails or not. So that's different. But if they required natural nails, I most likely won't take the booking. Eyelash extensions, I'm sorry, honeys. We love the eyelash extensions. I know they are fabulous. They look great. But I'd say 100% of the time, I have never seen a background actor come in with eyelash extensions. They're not allowed because they're not considered natural. And it's so vivid that you have them. It's so big, it's so dramatic that you could really see them, and it's distracting in the camera, and they don't want that. They want you to be a lot more like subtle, but more like just not right in the face of the camera, so you won't be allowed to have eyelash extensions. Same thing with hair extensions. They really want the more naturalness of it. Unless they specifically ask for hair extensions, which I've never had a booking like that it says, then hair extensions are also not gonna work. I'm also saying this because I've had moments on background where I've seen it with my own eyes where people would show up with like the hair extension or like the crazy nails or whatever, and then they get into a lot of trouble. Depending on who it is, they'll even contact the agency, and you don't want that because once your agency is contacted, it's kind of downhill from there. So just keep that in mind. If you want to do it, go ahead. Just most likely you won't be able to take bookings for that time being that you have your eyelash or hair or nails or whatever done. I started background for 2 reasons. One, I wanted to learn how this industry works, so then when it's my turn to be a lead actor, I'm not overwhelmed by everything. And 2, it's really good money and experience. You will literally learn about the ins and outs when it comes to this industry and to the film industry, which is really huge if you actually want to legitimately do this as a career. You will learn about every single like shot that people, like all the shots that they take when it comes to making a movie or making a TV show. They would be like, okay, ladies, background actors, or I don't know, everybody, blah, blah, blah. They'll be like, yeah, we're gonna do a medium close-up. And I'm standing there being like, what is that? Like, I'm not sure. So being on set and doing these like background gigs, I really got to learn, oh, medium close-up. Okay, so you're gonna see me like from this way. Oh, I'm just like a blur person in the back. Okay, great. So like you won't even see my facial expression or whatever. It's really helpful to learn this. And it was great that I got a chance to learn this because now being on set, I feel really confident when I go into it. Before, when I'd walk into, I'd be so overwhelmed because nobody has name tags. Like nobody says like I'm director or I am production assistant, whatever. So it became a lot for me to, get used to and whatnot. So I can come in and already kind of pinpoint who's who in terms of crew member. Yes, background is huge if you really want to learn about the ins and outs of this industry. Highly recommend it. Honey's, it's such a great way to make connections. Holy moly, I cannot straighten that enough. The amount of different, very interesting people that I learned on set that actually have helped me in my acting career because of background, huge, 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 huge. I'm not saying like go up to every single person you meet there and like distract them from what they're doing. No, but you will meet like lead actors that are more than willing to talk to you and like, I don't know, help you out. You'll meet a lot of crew members that are like really good to talk to and like you can exchange phone numbers and stuff. Other background actors who are like big in the industry and they just do background because they like to do it. Don't think that just because you're a background actor, like that's it, like nobody's gonna notice you, nobody knows nothing about you and that's it. No, if you talk and you talk about yourself or whatever and you ask questions, you will make some pretty interesting connections. Trust me. It is a great way to have fun, honeys, and it's a great way to make money. For me, background, I get so excited about doing it. You literally make great money. You meet a lot of interesting people. You get to be on set all day. You get to have fun. You get to do like cool stuff. Like you can film, you could learn everything, and sometimes you don't even get used at all, so you just spend 12 hours being on the computer watching Netflix or doing your work and you still got paid. Like, yeah, I love background. I would keep doing it for as long as I can. It's such a good time, and I've made so many friends on background that I'm still in contact with, that I like hang out with, and we chat and we help each other out. It's honestly, I highly recommend it. You can't go wrong. It's such a good time. Well, honeys, this is it. This is the end of the video. Those are my 10 things that I learned about background acting. I hope you enjoyed those 10 things. And if you were a background actor, I'm curious about the things that you learned about background acting that probably made you kind of, I don't know, look at it maybe differently, that got you more interested or whatever. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'm wondering if you aren't a background actor, are there things you kind of want to know more? You can also comment below. I'd be happy to answer your questions. And I love you. I literally forgot what I was gonna say there. But yes, I love you all, honeys, and I will see you next Friday. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course, if you'd like to, you can follow me on Instagram at Anastasia_Piero. Mwah! Love you, honeys. Bye.